Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is having a good day. It's been a long week. I'm tired. And I'm just trying to get as many things done as possible. Has anybody else been in that situation where there's just too many things to do? Because I'm in it right now. There's phone calls to make. There's things to organize. There's just too much to do, and I'm trying to do a little bit at a time, but every time you do a little bit at a time, everything just keeps piling up, and it just seems like there's a mountain of tasks and you'll never be finished with anything. So I'm just gonna at least try to put out one video a week, and maybe I can catch up with all the other tasks that I have. I don't know if anybody cared, but one of the reasons why the title of my videos is Killa D's topic is because that would have been my wrestling name if I ever became a wrestler. And it's also my name that's on the video games whenever I play anything like wrestling or any fighting games. I think the last time I used the name Killa D on a video game was when I was playing Mortal Kombat. The name Killa D was given to me by one of my sister's boyfriends, I guess. Because my sister used to watch me when I was a kid whenever my mom was at work or whenever my dad was at work as well. So it was either her, my two mama, I think Gigi. I don't recall Gigi really watching me too much. But, I had somewhere to go when my mom was at work. But yeah, one of the times I was just chilling with my sister, and then we had a conversation, and, I was having a bit of a confidence issue. I was kind of a timid kid. I was a kid that always wanted friends, and I was like very, very timid. Like anybody could intimidate me. I guess you could say I was kind of like Fluttershy. But I was Fluttershy, but I had more of a Pinkie Pie personality. Like I was always happy, but I was like timid. Like when I got used to you, I was very socially there, But I did have my times when I was like really, really like intimidated by everything, But yeah, that's where the name came from, and it kind of stuck. Well, everybody go by their real name in everyday life, but that's just since I'm not a wrestler and since I have no physical condition to be a wrestler, it's just gonna be in my YouTube titles for now. It's also one of my alter egos. It was like one of my first I don't know what to call it. It was like one of my first names for one of my alter egos because, like I said, I was very timid. People did bully me, so I had to find a way to build some sort of confidence. I had to find a way to build some sort of confidence so that, I wouldn't get too depressed or get in a situation where people could literally do anything to me. Because it's kind of hard to be happy when you have to be tough. Well, I never made an effort to try to be tough. At least I don't recall like putting an extra effort into trying to be tough. But the alter ego, Killa D, was there so that I wouldn't get fully taken advantage of, I guess. If that makes any sense. I don't know. My mind is all over the place right now. Like, there's too much to do. And there's just a lot of information in my head. There's just a lot I want to say, but it's just hard to like get it out, especially when you haven't been doing videos a whole lot. When you haven't been doing something as routine, you just don't know what to do with yourself. And I'm just the pure definition of I don't know what to do with myself. It's terrible. There's also been a few recordings that I had. Hopefully I can remember what I had in those recordings. But for now, I'm just winging it. So far, motherhood is still kind of difficult for me. Because I have to try to keep them occupied. And then also try to enjoy myself as well, because I'm still an individual while also being a mother. So I have to, balance my wants and their wants and needs so that everything is kind of like healthy. I still don't believe I'm in a healthy state with my parenting because I haven't fully balance everything out yet. And I'm happy that I have my mother here so that she can help me on those times when I get a little bit too overwhelmed. For now, I'm just taking things day by day. I'm trying to get my oldest child to eat some type of vegetables just to try to balance her diet out a little bit. But she is really stubborn when it comes to that. Like she doesn't want any vegetables. I guess to some degree I can get her to eat fruit. But I think that's the case with like most kids that don't like vegetables. Like they don't like vegetables, but they do like fruit. So that's something. And I think the only vegetable my oldest child has ever eaten was fries. Potato, but they have to be in fry form. So she's like, I guess, the stereotypical picky eater. They'll probably eat something kind of sweet. They'll eat fries. My youngest child, she'll at least try something once. She don't like everything, but she'll at least try it. And she seems to be a little bit more partial to vegetables. Like, she'll look at it, grab it, experiment with it, and she'll probably actually eat it. It's kind of like that scene in Austin Powers where Dr. Yu was like, Scotty don't. So I have a Scotty don't. One child likes vegetables, the other child won't touch it with a 20.5-foot pole. They both are into the kids videos. I normally show them things on YouTube, and I try to get to kid shows on Tubi and Amazon when I get the chance. I'm also trying to fit Spotify into the day as well. Also trying to get some flashcards into the day. And many other activities. I've noticed that I haven't really done a whole lot of hands-on learning with the kids. And I'm trying to fit that into the day. Because they need a lot of hands-on learning. Because I'm not really going to know how much they actually know. And I'm not really going to be able to teach them any important lessons if I don't get any hands-on lessons into the day. I understand that you have to have that time with your kids where it's just you and them and they have your undivided attention and vice versa. Because you got to eventually teach your kids important lessons like the one that everybody avoids, sex, danger, and many other things, especially when you talk about your sixth sense, you know. There's a lot of things that comes with parenthood that's like, it's a lot. You have to be ready to have kids in order to, you got to be mentally, financially, and emotionally ready for kids. And you also have to be at a point in your life where you ain't got shit else to do. If for anybody that doesn't have kids, I say wait until your life is like super quiet, like super boring. Like you've done everything that you have to do. Like you're at a point where, you know, everything's just chill. Wait till you have nothing else to do before you have kids. Because trying to balance out what you want to do or what you need to do with kids is a very, very hard thing. You could either be like me and just be chilling in the house with the kids, or you could be like everybody else and work. And it's a lot of, this is going to be a bit redundant, but it's a lot of work to go to work and then have to come home and take care of kids who need your undivided attention. Then again, there's a lot of things in life that require a lot of effort and work, and people just think they can just hop into the motherfucker and it'll be easy. I thought motherhood was going to be easy for me because I wanted it. I was like, I want to be a mom so bad. This is going to be easy simply because I want to do it. Now I'm a mother too, and it is very, very hard. Everything in my life is scrambled because I have to make sure they're okay, and then I have things that I want to do as well. Wouldn't trade it for the world because my girls are wonderful girls. I am very happy to watch these two human beings grow, and I hope I can continue to be their angel throughout their lives. But it's still hard as fuck. Oh my goodness. But yeah, life is very stressful. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us are going through our own versions of stress. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is to keep yourself oh boy. English is not coming out well at this particular moment. I am sorry. But yeah, the best thing you can do for yourself is to try to keep yourself busy. Try to have an outlet that brings you peace. And then everything will fall into place, because sometimes you have to just sit still and just de-stress for a little while, you know. I'm slowly getting the hang of motherhood. My art is kind of, you know, it's getting there. It's not where I want it to be, but I'm working with what I have until I can bring out the best in myself. As far as the magazine is concerned, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on the little comic strips that's going to be on each page. I'm still trying to figure out what type of articles I'm going to put in the magazine. There's still going to be a magazine for each age group, because I want every bit of my material to be appropriate for my readers. So I'll have a book that goes from 0 to 12. That'll be the kids. And then I'll have 13 to 19. That'll be the teens. And then I'll have 20 plus. 20 plus will be completely for adults. And I probably will have maybe somebody show ID just to make sure that the people with the right mentality for the book is picking it up, because there's some things that shouldn't be exposed to people too early, because they might not process it well. And if you don't know what to do with information, it's better not to have it just yet anyway. I mean, there's a reason why we're taught. There's a reason why we're taught how to count before we're taught algebra or robotics or anything like that, You gotta learn 1, 2, 3 before you can learn how to animate, do blueprints, or, anything, any other practical thing that's out there, I'm also still trying to maybe get some commissions going in the meantime until I'm done with the magazine. This magazine has taken a long time to put together, and it's still taking a long time. And I didn't expect to work this hard or work this long on something. I expected the long run to be me actually publishing things. Once again, another thing that I thought, hey, I want this thing. It's gonna be easy. And no, it's really not. It's a lot of hard work that I enjoy doing, but it's very time consuming. You would think, oh, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to be out there, and it's really not, because you have to organize things. You have to learn how to do certain things, because when it comes to magazines, you have to learn how to format your typed work, which is like your articles. You have to learn how to put pictures in certain places so that it's eye-catching and it'll make people, want to read. Honestly, I don't know how many people actually read the articles in a magazine anyway. I find myself just looking at the pictures and that's about it. It's terrible, right? You get a whole magazine just to look at pictures. But then again, I was always one of those kids that liked picture books anyway, which is why as I got older, you caught me reading more manga and comics than you did chapter books. Now I'm trying to fit a lot more chapter books into my life because there's more factual information in textbooks and chapter books and college grade books than there are in comics and manga. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's information in those books, but they're more fiction based, so there's going to be some things that are not actually real in it. I mean, somebody could make a comic, or probably has made a comic or manga that has a lot of factual information in it. But even if there is, nobody's going to go to a comic or a manga for facts. I don't think a manga is going to be somebody's source material unless somebody's making a documentary or report or some sort of review on the material itself. So you're not really going to get too many facts out of those books. But I love writing fiction because fiction gives me the freedom to just think and explore my thoughts. Because with facts, you have to actually work with things that, exist, which is kind of limiting, which is why people don't go to factual books as much as they go to movies, TV shows, manga, comic books, music. But yeah, there'll be plenty more for me to talk about in another video, so I'm going to just wrap this up. I hope everybody continues to have a good day, night, or whatever time of the day it is for you. And love you. Love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.